Hi, I'm Chef Raphael and welcome to another episode of Baking with Chef Raphael, a show that is meant to make you understand that baking is not so complicated. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Make sure you do so that you actually get the updates whenever I post a new video. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how to make a honey cake. So we have flour, which is about 450 grams. I'm using baking powder as the raising agent. The margarine is what would be the fat for this cake. I have sugar, which is 115 grams, 6 tablespoons of honey. We also have cinnamon. We have 4 eggs. Some recipes have cup measures. What I find hard to measure in cups is either the margarine or butter, because it's very hard to know how much half a cup is depending on how much. So that's why we always insist on a weighing scale. So I'll weigh 225 grams, and what a weighing scale does, it gives you the accurate measurements. Add your sugar. You mix the way I've just mixed the sugar into the margarine. I find it easier to first mix it with a spatula. Now what honey does, apart from the sweetness, is it adds some flavor, and that explains why this cake is called a honey cake. Now to this I'll add the eggs one at a time. So now the mixture is ready. We're going to add the flour of the dry ingredients. Now we have our flour. This is all-purpose flour. To this I'll add first of all the baking powder, which is 1.5 teaspoon, and finally the cinnamon, 1 teaspoon. This cake mixture is actually, it looks like it's dry, and one of the reasons why it's actually this hard is because liquid doesn't have any milk, doesn't have any water, but this is the way it's supposed to be. So just get the margarine on the bottom. If you have a greaseproof paper, like I said, it will help, because all you need to do is place it at the bottom. Again, if you have the right tools, it makes it easier to work with. Just try and spread it evenly as much as possible. And what will happen is that when it starts baking, because remember we put in 225 grams of margarine, it will start melting and it will spread into the baking tin, and then it will start forming into and rising into the when put into the oven, and this one will take about 40 minutes. So now the cake is ready. It's cooled down. Some people always ask, why is my cake cracking? This is normal to some cake recipes. I've also tried it with chocolate, melted chocolate, but I think the best one and the simplest one to do is icing sugar. It's firm but moist on the inside. On the outside, when it's freshly baked, what will happen is that it actually will be slightly crunchy. If I taste it, I can smell the honey in it. Actually, it's something you really need to try and experience it. So until next time, I've been your host, Chef Raphael. This is Baking with Chef Raphael, a show that airs weekly on YouTube, my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to my channel to be updated whenever I post a new video.